When your city makes big investments in infrastructure such as highways, how do you know if it's actually benefiting the community? Let's talk about it in Strongtown's Book Club, Chapter 4. Marone writes, the leadership class in America holds infrastructure investments in such high regard that the overwhelming benefit from new growth is simply assumed, end quote. For example, Baxter, Minnesota is about to spend $58 million on a highway interchange that includes 6 roundabouts that don't really do much on their own, but it's expected to help growth. When cities are told that they need to spend more on roads, they get estimates of how much money businesses are losing due to slow commutes. But does the potential of slightly improved drive times increase worker productivity in a way that creates real dollars? Does spending millions on highway infrastructure actually boost wages and generate tax revenue? Streets and pipes and public buildings are seen as assets, but if you consider the long-term maintenance of all these things in the infinite game of running a city, they're liabilities. Building infrastructure creates jobs for a minute, but overall, if it's not turning a profit, it's just making our cities poorer. Marone calls this kind of infrastructure spending cult-like behavior because it's confirmation bias. Big spending on infrastructure is not proving to work well, and since it's such a massive project every time, the people don't really get to give feedback on it or say they're willing to pay for it with their tax dollars. Marone writes, the accumulated weight of negative returning investments will weigh us down, forcing us to divert more and more of our resources from things that could improve our lives to sustaining systems that never will. End quote. Think back to what we learned in previous weeks about how strong towns are built by many hands through trial and error and small bets. These huge investments that aren't creating returns should be questioned. People shouldn't feel powerless to the big bets that their cities are making, so maybe talk with a friend about questionable investments that have happened in your area and if we might be able to make a winsome case for a better path. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you next week for Chapter 5.